Hi, Transcend Tribe. How are you? It's Anita Chandra here. Your bliss-inducing spinal decompression yoga therapist. And I've been thinking about some things lately. There's some stuff sometimes we have to declare independence from, right? We get stuck in a kind of a cultural paradigm or a paradigm where, from which we've been raised or from the people we're hanging around or the way we're being told to do business. And, it doesn't serve us to follow a crowd. We are unique human beings. We are one, not of a million. We are one of the infinite. Why would we be infinite? One of the infinite, if we weren't supposed to be totally unique, right? So, yeah, there's trends with things, and that's fun. And, I like certain kinds of shoes at certain times of year, or certain seasons, or certain years all by themselves, and not others, right? There's trends, and that's fun and all. But the thing is, we get to choose, right? From all the things available to us. And in that, it makes us entirely, incredibly unique. And so, it doesn't always serve us, right, to be following the crowd and doing what everyone else is doing. And case in point, like I had a coach who, bless her heart, she got me through many, many, beginnings of change and transformation with my mindset, okay? But how she did business, in fact, she was known as the get it done coach, right? That's not quite so much me. But I saw myself as needing to get some things done. So I was trying to, I think, aspire to that. But the missing key here was that the way she got things done and the way I got things done, or I wanted to get things done, were two entirely different things. Okay? So I and most of us were raised in this masculine way of doing business. Do your lists, make your calls and check people off and scratch things off. And again, not that we're not here to do that, but is very harsh. And more women over the decades just infiltrating the business arena, and we've been having problems, trying to live in that arena. And in fact, and this still exists, especially maybe in the worlds of like finance and things, where women are expected to look and project and be masculine. They're expected to fit the mold. So, for example, I have a girlfriend. She's a wild child, okay? Like, whoa. Very smart. Totally knows her business. Okay, she works in finance. All right. She is incredible. She's, you know, I don't know, top of the game. I mean, we're always striving, right? But of my friends, she's one of my most successful friends, okay? She doesn't have to worry about anything. She has a house on the water. She has a Mercedes and a Porsche and da 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 da. But how she is in her business life is not so congruent with how she is um, in her fun and extracurricular life, right? Her personal life. She's the wild child over here, and here, guess what? She wears navy blue suits. She pulls her hair back in a bun. She puts the face on and the demeanor. Boom, and she will be the first person to say, "I have to really fit this. This is how it's done." Okay, and so and maybe there's not much wiggle room to be successful. There's not much wiggle room for women to be women in that arena. Okay, there's so many factors here. I don't want to try to solve them all. Really, what I'm coming back to is that paradigm has affected many of us, and the paradigm doesn't serve all of us, right? So some of us need to move from the masculine way of doing business and find our way into doing this more feminine way. There is such a thing, right? doesn't all have to be done like this. It can be done like this. Okay? And it can, and more and more people, men and women, are proving that this can be done. So when, for example, I was taking myself through, when I had a real estate investment business, I was taking myself through that business as a man. Okay? And guess what? I got sick. I didn't have good relationships with the people I was working with. I was a stricter, more stern, mean, totally masculinized version of myself. And I lost the business in the long run. And I got so sick trying not to lose the business that I ended up having to have surgery. And the surgery, I almost went septic. I was going septic. I was getting sicker and sicker. And thank goodness when I went in for a checkup, my doctor was like, "You're going back to the hospital." I was like, "When?" He goes, "Now." It's literally going septic. It took me 4 days in the hospital, pumped full of it was 17 or 18 different kinds of antibiotics so that I could kind of stand up and half walk the next day. It was something else, right? So that's obviously not working. And one of the popular things these days you hear a lot about is hustle. Okay, the hustle. Ah, I hustled my ass off and almost lost my life. Okay, and you get to a point where you just realize there's no way in God's creation that I can ever do that again. It's not that I don't want to get things done. It's not that I don't honor my masculine self. It's not that I don't want to, I can't say hustle, except for dancing. I love hustle the dance hustle. That's a whole nother mind frame there, right? But it's not that I don't want to, I don't move quickly and get things done sometimes, aka hustle. I hate saying it. But I don't want to bring forth my life coming through muddy waters that resist, right? The clear waters, shoo, you just sail right through. Any sailor will tell you, you're in dark, dirty, muddy waters. The drag on the hull of the boat is going to slow the boat down, right? I don't want my boat to slow down. I'm not going to go as fast, though, unless I'm working primarily in flow. Okay, so not all these strict lists and specific calendars and da-da-da. Like my inspiration, working from an inspired place of being, is when I really get a lot of stuff done. And that comes from me being in flow. That comes from me taking breaks. Like in my masculine side of my life, I never took a break. I can't remember exactly how, but it was like 8-ish months of working every day because there was so much freaking work to be done. Okay? Every day! Sunday through Saturday. I'd get up at 7:30 in the morning. I would come home, go to bed. I'd get in bed at 11:30. I worked the whole day. I got sick. Mentally, emotionally. I was not happy. You could ask my ex-boyfriend. It wasn't working out for us, okay? It wasn't because it wasn't working out for me, right? So I had to find a way that I could create less resistance in my life. And so I've been doing that little by little by little. I've been doing it physically in my body with the yoga therapy work that I do, decompressing tight bodies, making them open, right? So that, including my own, I start with myself there, so that things can flow. You can't flow through the muddy waters. You can't ask a tight, tense body to be open and free. It's like, right? It's like, open and free, flows, things come. They come to you. They come to you naturally, at least for me as a woman in business, right? So I'm declaring my independence here more and more. I declared it then, and then I've gone through stages of feeling guilty, like I needed to get things done. And the only way to do it was to do these lists and keep pounding and pounding away, right? But I'm declaring now the anti-hustle movement. the anti-hustle movement, okay? We're going to get stuff done, and we're going to get it done one day at a time, and the best way to get it done, maybe not for everyone, but for some of you who'd be listening, the best way to get it done will be not to hustle. Get some work done, take some breaks. Get some work done, have some fun. Get some work done, have some bliss, experience ecstasy, experience pleasure. Boom, 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 break, break, break. Wow, now I'm empowered. I'm ready to come back and be fresh and energized in my business and get it done. Have those periods of getting it done. Not only am I refreshed and able to do that from that space, but now I've filled my whole being with joy. I filled my being with ease. Filled my being with a relaxed state of being. And from that resonance is where people want to be around you. Not from hustle and tight and moving so fast that you can't connect, that you can't hear what someone's saying, that you don't have time, you don't think you have time to hear what someone else is saying and be human, right? So if you want to declare the anti-hustle in your life and create a movement of really, and I will say it's not been easy getting rid of the guilt in this, okay? And it may be something else for you, but for me it was like guilt. Oh, I need to be doing something. No, you don't need to be doing something. One of the best things that happened to me this year was I did absolutely freaking nothing one Saturday, all day Saturday in January. I met people from tooling around on Facebook that day. Not for business per se, but I love my business, so if I read things about business, it's fun to me, okay? But I met some people that are creating opportunities in my life now that are helping me meet my goals. All because I said, I don't care what happens. I'm going to just fart around here on Facebook. And I would have to tell myself, and I'm not going to feel guilty. I did have to like really mind manage that a little bit that day. But I'm getting better at it because I made those strides, right? And now one of my goals is to be traveling more, or has been a goal, to travel more for work and play. And because of that day that supposedly I did nothing, because of that, I met someone who's now a big part of why I'm starting to travel with my work. I mean, getting to go to Nice, France. I am going to be coordinating a Greek yoga sailing retreat. I'm looking for more opportunities to do this. I'm actually in process right now of speaking with somebody or reaching out, where we haven't found time to speak yet, but about maybe, being the yoga therapist in these tantra classes and workshops and retreats all over the world. Hello, all because I took a break, right? So from that, I had to trust that if I took the break, it would be okay, right? So I worked on my trust a little bit this year too, just a little bit, right? And it's growing, but it can be attained. And if I can help you in any way get into this kind of lifestyle too, where your body's decompressed, your mind is soft and open, your tension patterns have melted, you can hear and relate and have bliss really infiltrate your being and your spine and your body, everything just feeling open and free. Your mind is free also, so that you now get to receive beautiful inspirations. If this is at all inspiring to you, and you like to do this from a holistic perspective, right? Mind, body, spirit, heart, energy, all of that, then let's have a conversation. Happy to have a conversation, okay? So, may I wish you the best day ever, and namaste. And may your life be maybe building a bridge to bliss in your life by getting rid of this anti-hustle paradigm thought pattern. Okay? Ciao, ciao. Love ya.